The NAACP has unveiled a spending guide to inform Black Americans about companies' stances on diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI initiatives. This guide aims to direct consumer spending towards businesses that uphold DEI values, especially amid increasing political and legal challenges to such programs. The guide comments on various groups, and theirs are some that they're actually commending for their continued stance on positive DEI programs. Apple is encouraging shareholders to reject proposals undermining DEI efforts. Ben & Jerry's reaffirmed support for civil rights initiatives, partnering with organizations like the ACLU and Black Voters Matter. Delta Airlines described DEI as critical to their business operations. Elf Cosmetics maintained DEI hiring and supply diversity initiatives. JP Morgan Chase & Company continue to invest in Black-owned businesses and financial programs. And Costco, who is this rising star of this whole point, sustained its supplier diversity programs and workforce equity and is being very vocal in saying, we love us some DEI. Now, some companies that are reducing their DEI initiatives that are getting pushback or being pushed back in the list via this NCAA list includes McDonald's, who ended DEI hiring goals after assessing that the shifting legal landscape wasn't worth it. Meta, which holds Facebook and Instagram, eliminated DEI hiring initiatives due to the, quote, changing legal and policy environment, unquote. Walmart discontinued its Racial Equity Center, which had about a $100 million commitment to racial justice programs, and other retailers like Amazon, Lowe's, Targets, and Tractor Supply noted for scaling back their diversity programs and eliminating some DEI leadership roles altogether. Now, the NAACP emphasizes the economic power of Black consumers is projected to be nearly $2 trillion by 2030. And by consciously directing that spending away from those companies that are moving away from DEI, they hope to influence corporate behavior and promote inclusive practices right now, even though not quite worth $2 trillion, but what the money they're worth at the moment. This initiative by the NAACP serves as a resource for consumers to make informed decisions and encourages corporations to maintain their DEI commitments, fostering a more equitable economic landscape. Grand scheme of things, it's telling on folks. It's a report that shows directly who is still funding, who is still working with, who is down with DEI, if you will, and what companies are backing away for whatever reason. There's no deeper political listing in this listing, although it's all political. It's just a listing of companies who are either pushing forward ahead or moving forward or to move away from their DEI practices that were already pledged, or actually growing some in some cases. Costco is actually increasing their DEI, if you will. What's your thought process on this one? Whether you are a Black person or a person of any other race or ethnicity, or just interested in how the business of things work. If the collective Black dollar is worth $2 trillion or will be in 2030, will that collective Black dollar mean something right now to all these people going there? This was literally the stance behind the bus boycotts as a big part of the civil rights movement. Is this civil rights worthy, or is this just a blip on the marketplace that will go away pretty quickly? Your comments, very much warranted.